Now, many of you already know that yesterday NEO gave us their Q2 earnings, which came out pretty bad. You already know that the gross margin came out at 1%, and of course the revenues and the of course earnings per share also came out pretty bad, lower than what analysts expected. Now, the good thing out of yesterday's earnings, or out of the report itself, ladies and gents, was that the guidance that NEO gave was pretty good, because you know that for Q3 now they are targeting to deliver vehicles of between 55 and 57,000, which is something that NEO has never done. Now, after the earnings call, or during that earnings call, ladies and gents, there was more information that was released, which is quite important, and this is the information of NEO, ladies and gents, in Q4 targeting to deliver 30,000 vehicles on a monthly basis. This means that from October, November and December, NEO is targeting to deliver 30,000 vehicles. This is something that is incredible, because then this means that NEO for Q4, we could see them delivering 90,000 deliveries, which is something that is incredible. Now, during that, of course, that live earnings call, we got to see, it finally got to be revealed that not only is NEO planning that, but we also know that when we look at the sub-brand, and that is the Alps, it looks like that sub-brand is already in development phase, which is something that of course it's amazing. And what they said about Alps is that they won't produce many models of Alps, but one of the good things they are saying that it will be a competitive or very competitive model, and you already know that the plan is for NEO to start selling that model sometimes in 2024 or next year in 2024 in the second half, which is something that is incredible, because you'll know that that model, it is expected to be cheaper than the NEO current models. I mean, you will know that that model is supposed to range between 200 and 300,000 RMB, which will make that model to be very competitive. This is something that makes me to be really excited, because I know that the future continues to be better for NEO. We are continuing to see more and more good things unfolding onto this company. Now, more good news that unfolds during that live earning call is that, ladies and gents, the EC6, which is of course the last SUV that NEO is expecting to launch this year and start with the deliveries, will be launched in September, and the deliveries for that model will also start in September, which is something that is quite incredible, because, ladies and gents, this is a model that is expected to do very well also in terms of sales, because it is a coupe and it is a younger brother to the EC7, which is currently out there in the market already. So to get to see that NEO plans to officially start selling that model in September makes me to be really excited, because in Q4 NEO, it will then mean that they'll be selling their whole or their entire fleet, or the kind of models that they anticipated to sell back in 2022. It will mean that NEO would have fulfilled what they said back in 2022, which makes me to be really excited, because this is another model that is expected to boost sales onto NEO. Now, one of the good things, one of the things that we heard from NEO is that in 2024, NEO, they don't plan to unveil any new model under the NEO brand, right? Or instead, what they plan to do is just to, of course, introduce some upgrades there and there on the very existing models. Now, with the NEO phone, the NEO CEO during the live earnings call, ladies and gents, he said that they are planning to officially start delivering those phones in September, which is something that's incredible, because you know that the primary purpose for that phone is to easily communicate with the NEO cars, which is something that we really want to see, the kind of things that you could do with the NEO phone on the NEO cars, which makes me not to be able to wait. I cannot wait to see the kind of features that are on the phone and what you can do to the NEO car with that phone. But I look forward to that, of course, time, or that day where they will do an official unveiling of the NEO phone. Otherwise, as for the gross margin, which is one of the things that is making the new investors to be worried, the NEO CEO indicated that they are planning to go back to double digit now in Q3, meaning that when they do their Q3 earnings, probably in, of course, November, we should expect to see a gross margin of double digit, which is something that is incredible, right? Because I mean, I'm so tired seeing these single digits, and to finally hear the CEO or the new CEO saying that they are heading back to double digit, or they are expecting a double digit, of course, gross margin now in Q3, makes me to be really excited, because, ladies and gents, it will mean that NEO it's on a road to recovery, or it's recovering when you look into, of course, the gross margins. Otherwise, when looking into Q4, the NEO CEO also further stressed that they are targeting to get to 15% gross margin, which is something that, once again, it is incredible seeing, of course, the gross margins of NEO continuing growing. So one of the main highlights to me during that live earnings call, as I said, ladies and gents, it is the 90,000, or it is the 30,000 monthly delivery that NEO plans to achieve in the Q4, which means that if they achieve that, then chances are very high, or we're going to see NEO delivering 90,000 deliveries of vehicles in Q4, which is something that I cannot wait to see us getting to October, so that we get to see NEO producing those 30,000 vehicles, or selling those 30,000 vehicles on a monthly basis. I'm very excited about this, and I think this is just the beginning of NEO. I know the Q2 earnings were bad yesterday, but the guidance for 55 and 57,000, it's not that bad. These are good guidance, because the best that NEO has ever done was in Q4 of 2022, where they delivered just over 40,000 vehicles. So this 55 and 57,000 guidance for Q3, it's still a very good guidance, though I personally believe that they will be beat that if they continue producing 20,000 vehicles, or if they continue with the deliveries of over 20,000 deliveries on a monthly basis. Otherwise, on Friday, we are expecting to see, of course, the August deliveries, of which, if those delivery come over 20,000, it will be so good to those that are investing into NEO, or to the new investors. It will make us to be really excited. Otherwise, with all that, I just thought I'd just give you this quick update. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell, so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, I'm very excited, as I said, about the 90,000 that we could see in Q4 when we look into the NEO deliveries, and I hope that the deliveries continue increasing going into 2024. Otherwise, I'm also looking forward to, of course, the Alps brand, or Alps, which is the NEO sub brand, being officially not only launched but start with the deliveries next year, as that model, as per the NEO CEO, or what the NEO CEO said, it will be quite competitive. So I'm also looking forward to that, meaning that, which just simply show us that the future is looking bright for NEO. Yes, these short-term headwinds might pass. In fact, what we saw yesterday from the NEO share price, I think you and me can agree that it looks like those investors that started, of course, maybe selling NEO after the Q2 earnings, sort of like came back again after they realized the kind of plan that NEO has during the live earnings call, which is something that, of course, was incredible to see. So it looks like we won't be heading back to $8, but rather we might be going back up to $16 per stock. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos, and if you think that the video was amazing, please don't forget to hit the like button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell, so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.